In Java, package is very important concept that we have mentioned explicitly in our last module that we have discussed on packages. We cover this discussion of package in 2 modules. Now, this demonstration will complete the understanding of the package concept in Java. So, in this today's demonstration, we are going to explain how the built-in API package can be imported in your Java program. So, importing a Java built-in API package. Then we will discuss about how we can create our own package and use this package in our own program. And then package with access modification is really a big job. So, we will discuss about the packages with access protection, and then packages which are there and the classes are there in those packages, whether they can be used in our inheritance procedure. So, we will discuss about inheritance mechanism with some classes which are there in the package, and then finally, we will clear our concept about the different access specification that we have known in the context of package only. So, let us have the first demonstration in this concept of package. Our first demo says that how we can access a API package. So, we know Java have 9 API packages, all packages are readily accessible to a Java program. To access a package, we have already used one statement called the import. So, if we write import, then the name of the package, then the package will be imported into this program. Here for example, import java.lang.star, this means that it will import all the classes which are declared in the lang package will be there, will be accessible here. Here accessible means it is like this, that in the same file all the classes those are there in .lang package will be pasted here like. So, it is the concept, you can think like that. So, by means of import it is basically this concept. Okay. So, you will be able to paste all the classes which are already defined there in the long package. They are the classes tested and compiled successfully, because if we want to store one class in our own package, we should test it, compile it, then store it. This is the concept actually there. Anyway, so in this case, as we see, we import one class which belongs to lang package, and actually this class, as you see in the program, the name of the class is math.sqrt. Now, here this is the simple class declaration calculator, has the 2 members I, x and one method p. The p basically use the method math.sqrt. A square root is a method which is defined in the math class. Now, one thing also you can note is, for the math class we do not have to create any object, because this math is a static class which is declared in this lang package. As you know, if a class is declared as static or a method is declared as static, so no object needs to be created. See, basically is a class method, is a class variable, instance variable we have discussed. Similarly, the class method and instance method. So, here sqrt in fact is a class method. So, for a class method we need not to create any object here. Anyway, so math.square root is basically pass an integer I. If it is like this, so it will pass a value I, then it will calculate the square root and then it return the result and store in the value x. So, this is the program here, and running is successfully okay, fine. It is obvious that this program will run, it is there. Let us run this program 20.0 square root, it will give you the result, so that you can understand about it. So, this example shows a very simple one, so that any class can be accessed there. That class may be any method also belong to that class also readily accessible in your program. So, this demonstration is there. So, 20.0 is the value that has been passed to the math.square root, giving the square root as 4.47. This result is there. Okay. So, this example shows that how we can access the package which is there. Like this, the many packages, all packages method in any packages also can be accessed. Now, let us have another demo that we can explicitly mention here java.lang.star, that means the entire package will be a package is usually very heavy, very large. So, not necessary to include the entire package. So, in lieu of the entire package, we can explicitly mention a particular class if we know that it is required in our program. Here this example includes this fact. Here you see import java.util.vector. You can understand what it does mean. It is basically accessing one class, the name of the class is vector, and this class is defined in the package util. So, in Java there is a package called util, and there many class like vector, array, list array, all these things are there, it is there. Now, here if you see, so in this program, in this class, the demonstration underscore 82, here we can see the vector class is imported. Once it is imported, then this class can be used to create any object. As we see vector, new vector, new vector. So, basically we create an object of class vector, which is basically in util package, and then this vector can be used for many other function, that code is not here given. So, this is one example that a particular vector can be created. Now, import is not necessarily limited to only importing one class. In our next example, we can see that we can create without importing some method also. For these things, we have to explicitly mention the location of that class. So, without importing also we can have an access to some method which belongs to a package. So, this example includes this fact again. So, let us see the class here demonstration underscore 83, where we can see here we have created one object, the name of the object is new list, but this object of type array list. Array list is already defined in the class util, and here you can see how we have done it, explicitly mention by means of dot, that java.util.arraylist new list. This means that we want to create an object which belongs to util, the class type is ArrayList. So, this is also way here you can note that we did not use any import statement. So, these are the things are there, but the good practice is that import statement to be used in your program. If you use import, obviously program will run little bit slowly, that you cannot understand, but if you do it explicitly, this is faster of course, but this speed is not so important and it is a negligible the speed improvement if we say so. Now, our next example that we can already have a demonstration that we can instead of only one package, we can include many packages. For example, vector and array list, both of the classes if you want to include it. So, what we do? We can do two things, import java.util.vector, import java.util.arraylist like this, but instead of this dot star is a short form. If we do this, all the classes belongs to this package will be accessible to this program. Here we can see vector, new vector, similarly array list, new list, we can access it. Similarly, all other methods, all other classes which is declared in this util can be accessed like this one. So, this is not a complete program, code related to dealing with vector and dealing with array list can be included here to make it complete. Our next demonstration is most important, that how a user can create his own package. This is very important concept, because if you have to develop your own application software, you have to build many packages of your own and maintain them these things. So, next discussion, next demonstration onwards basically emphasize on this fact, that how we can create our own package, how we can maintain them, how we can access them, and how the different protection can be maintained in there, all these facts. Now, here you can see the simple program here, where we want to maintain one class in a package. Let us have the demo of first program in this line 8.5, open this one. Yeah. So, first, yeah. Now, here you can see we have created one class, name of the class is my class, and this class I want to put it into a package, the name of the package is my package. So, for this thing we have to write the statement that package my package, indicating that this class will be moved to the package my package. What is my package? A my package is a directory, that means you have to build a directory, the name of the directory should be my package, and under this my package you should store this file. the name of the file should be my class, that is the class name my class.java. As we see here, we have created one directory my package here, and then under this directory we have stored my class.java. It is not finished, we have to also compile this my class and then store this my class into that directory. So, we have created my class.class, the compiled version of this Java file, and stored there. And one more important thing is that if you want to store one class in a package, then that class should be declared as a public access specifier. So, here you can see we have given the access specifier as a public class my class. So, this completes that one class is ready to be put into a package called the my package here. So, this class is now if after completing so many steps is now one package is created. I hope you have understood that how a package can be created. So, you have to create a file, access specification should be public, and then keep this file and compile this and store this in a subdirectory my package, and finally, put the package statement, the package my package. So, this will complete to creating your own package. Now, once this package is created, then we can access this package in our own other program. So, this is an example showing it little bit upward thoda eta niche ho gaya okay, fine. So, here we can see we are just attempting to access the packet. In order to access this one, we have to use again import. It is just same as the usual concept we have already learned, but in this case we want to access the package which belong to the my package and the name of the my class. So, import my package dot my class, and then this is the rest of the things accessing this my class object, create an object this one. So, this completes it, but another important things that you have to note it, where this package should be stored. Now, this class the demonstration underscore 85, if it is stored in working directory, let it be demonstration underscore 85, then your package should be under this working directory. That means, your my package is under the directory demonstration underscore 85, then only you can access it. Now, let us see whether this program, that means demonstration underscore 85 is the main class, is compilable and then executable. Yeah, so, it is compiled successfully and then running also successfully. Okay. So, this class is, now we can see how a package can be created and a component which is belong to a particular package can be accessed in one file. That is all. So, this is basically creating a user's own package here. Now, our next demonstration. So, I have shown an example about that how we can create one, we can place or put one package, one class file into a package. Similar extension can be done if you want to have more than one file. Same things can be repeated again, like here in this demonstration. Let us see, we create one package called the my package there. So, let us see the my package directory here. Now, here we can see in this my package we have stored two class file, my class 1, my class 2. So, all these things again repeated just like my class program there. So, my class 1 here, just my package statement, compile and then save in the same directory. So, this completes the putting the my class 1 class into the package. Similarly, my class 2 class into the same package there. After creating this package with two files or more files, we can access them into one class file. That class file should be a root above this my package. Now, here the working directory here is demonstration 85 under this is just above the my package directory, and now here we can see my class 1 object is created, my class 2 object is created, and these classes are imported from the my package packet. So, my package dot star means it imports all the classes. So, here again I repeat that my class 1 as if pasted here, my class 2 class as if pasted here, as if all the classes are here, and all classes as you see they are declared there in the package as a public access specification. So, this way two or many more classes can be put into package and package can be built at, package can grow as the programmer will add many more component into the package. So, this concept is basically how a user can create the package there. Now, implicitly as we have already told that implicitly using import statement a package can be accessed, just like user package also no exception that a package also can be explicitly located and then that can be accessed in a program. Our next demonstration regarding this one, let us go to the 8.8 demonstration here, which basically explain everything here. Yeah, this program is basically here. Here we can see A.88 is the one class file which is already there in my package. That is all. Now, let us go to the main program here, who is basically accessing this one. So, here so let us go the demonstration. Yes. Now, here we can see after importing this A.88 as if it is own class, right. So, we can create an object obj for example, for the class A88 as if A88 is declared in this class. So, this is explicitly A88 can be accessed as if the package the class it belongs to the programmer's own class look like. So, package gives the access so easily to the programmer. Now, let us have the next demonstration 8.9 using the same concept as the explanation it is there, but using the method it is there. Now, let us have the 8.9 demonstration. It is little bit twist about the 8.8 extension as if the A88 class is already stored there with one method it is there and we want to access the same method here. So, that method will be accessible here. Okay. So, this is the A88 method and we are accessing this method by an application program class, the main class here, and then we can use it and using the fully qualified name here we can use my package dot A.88. So, that means fully qualified name because A.88 is belong to the my package here. We do not have any import statement included here, we have commented it without any import also explicitly. We have given the similar demonstration earlier also. So, that explicitly we can mention the name or location of a particular class and by means of that we can access the class and then object can be created out of that. So, this example in fact concludes this one. Now, let us have the another demonstration about it basically utilization of package in Java application, that means how we can utilize this one. Now, for these things let us consider one class first. This is in the package, let the name of the class be balance. Let us go to this one. Okay. We have created one package called the my package. Under this my package there is one class, as you see name of the class is balance.java and let us have a quick look of the class this balance.java here. Yeah. So, okay, fine, and we have declared this class belongs to a package my package and this class is very simple. The balance has the variable name as string and balance as a float and then it has one constructor the balance and then it is initializing the members and also it has one method the show method declared as a public and as you see the method all our method is public and then constructor is also declared as a public and then this class is also declared as a public. If you do not declare as a public it will compilation error because non public any method cannot be accessed to other outside classes, it is there because public is accessible. Okay. So, this is basically the class. Let us have the main class that is your program main program. So, this is the main program, import this my package dot mean balance class is imported here. After this imported here we can create objects, as we see we can create an array of objects, size of the array is 3 here. So, we have created initialized and then we can display the different elements in it. For example, the show method we can call the show method for each object and it is. Now, let us have a quick run for this program. So, that it can the objects are created for this package class and then the method belong to that package class is now accessible to the method. Yeah. So, we can see that objects 3 objects in this case are created, they are initialized and their methods their members are accessible through their method. So, this basically shows that how we can utilize the different methods different classes are there in the package if they are in your custody. Okay. Now, our next example is basically give the concept that whether same class name can be given to different classes into belongs to two different packages. Now, here let us consider one package, say my package 1. Now, here you see under this demonstration 8.1 there are two packages, my package 1 and then my package 2. Here we can say my package 1 and my package 2 are the two packages under this working directory, and in my package 1 there is a class called my class.java, same name, but maybe structure different. Yeah, it is the same name with the method msg2. Now, let us go to the my class my package 1 method. Here also same name, but a different method. So, two classes, but the two classes have the same name and they are defined in two different packages. Now, let us come to our main class. Main class is here demonstration underscore 811. Now, here you can see I just want to access the two classes which belong to the two different packages, but having the same name. Problem is here we can import it, no issue, import my package 1 my dot class there. Now, here is a problem, as I told you this import will paste or merge two class my class my class. Now, in one program you cannot give same name to different class. So, this way if we give this kind of import, it basically leads to a compilation error. If we run these things, you will see it will give an error, because it will not take this kind of things, because it is syntactically not valid. Yeah, so it is giving an error that a type with the same simple name is already defined by this. So, what is the way out? Way out is here. The remedy is that we should stop import here. We cannot do that, but instead of import we can have the full qualified name. I have given the full qualified name by say my package 1 dot my class. So, it will resolve the ambiguity that my class, this my class is belong to my package 1, and we can then successful to create an object A for that class. Similarly, for the another class my class, but belongs to my package 2, we can create successfully able to create another object B here. Now, if we run it after saving, let us compile and then we will see the A dot message 1 and B dot message 1, it is resolved, although they belong to the different classes having the same name, but accessible here. So, the compilation is successful and then we run it also successfully. This is the way out. So, you can understand that the same class name can be used, but while you have to use it in your program, we have to use the full qualified name to avoid the collision. So, this is the one example that we have discussed about it. Now, let us have another example about this. Example is basically discussing example 8.12, right. We can whether a class which is defined in a package can be used to inherit, I mean can be used as a superclass to derive some subclass. So, this demonstration will clear this doubt here. Now, here let us consider a my package which includes one class belong to this my package, the name is balance class. So, a class is already there in my package directory, the name of the class is balance. Now, our objective is that we want to derive some classes from this class balance as a superclass. So, let us have the main class where we can try to inherit this one. So, let us go to the main method. Yeah. So, this is a demonstration underscore 812 is the main class here. Yeah. Now, in this main class you can see we derive a subclass, the name of the subclass is savings. Savings, it basically inherited from the superclass balance. Now, whatever the member elements are there in the balance, namely string name, then float balance, all these things are readily available here because of the public, it is there because this class has made public and all methods and then member are also public there, otherwise you cannot access through package. Anyway, so savings, and in the savings class we can declare one member as branch and another integer as customer ID. So, two fields are declared here. In addition to this, the constructor is also declared here to initialize the object of type savings, and then a method show. Definitely this method is basically overriding method, because the show method that is there to display only 2 elements, but here we have to, in addition to earlier 2 balance and name, we have to display a branch and name. So, show is basically also overridden method. So, this completes the inheritance. Now, we could inherit it. Now, we have to do it at whether we successfully inherit it or not. So, to understand these things, our task is to create 3 objects of type inherited class. Now, in this see, the current is an array of objects of type savings, and we have created 3 objects in this case. So, 3 objects are created and initialized subsequently, those are stored as current 0, current 1, current 2, like this. And now, for int I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, we are trying to run this method show for the savings class object displaying the elements. So, this completes the complete class. Now, let us have the compilation and subsequently execution. Then we can see that a method, a class which are there in a package can be used to inherit into some application package, application class. So, here you can see 8.1. Okay, fine. So, now we can successfully compile and execute that, inheritance is possible. So, what I want to emphasize it again, that a class, if it is there in a package, so inheritance is not an issue, and if it is public, all these things, so all members will be accessible. If it is private there, then obviously private member cannot be accessible, but those are the protected, those protected member are accessible in the inherited class. Those are the obvious concept we have already learned. So, I do not want to explain it again. Now, let us have the next demo. So, our next demo is basically that if the same class name, but in 2 different packages, and the class are then referred in a Java program, that we have discussed already, right. Okay, not is there. 8.12 we have declared, that is okay. 8 point, yeah. Our next demonstration is basically combining all access modification in one file and how it works. Now, this program is bit complex and little bit large actually. Now, here let us consider 2 packages, my package 1 and my package 2. Now, my package 1 composition is that it has 3 classes, one class A, class X and class Y, and Y is a derived class, that means Y is an inherited class from X. So, the combination is like this. Now, we will see the 3 different classes there in this package one by one. So, let us first have the class X declaration. Yeah. So, now this is the class X. As we see in this class X, N is declared as a default access specification, P is a private, Q is protected and R is public, and so no problem. So, constructor is made as public, the class itself X is made as public, so that we can use it in other classes, other application through package concept, and then these are the simple concept that okay, we can print it. In this case, all members are accessible because they are belong to the same. So, whether the public, private, protected, it is accessible within the same class. So, this class X is successfully compilable and it will execute, so no error. Now, let us go to the class X. After the class X declaration is over, class Y, as I told you, here class Y is basically derived class from the X. So, we made the class Y as a public and then extends X, and constructor also we made it public Y, and then we create the things one here. Now, we have put some comments there, because if we remove the comment, then this class will not be executable. Here you can see that system.out.println attempting to print the n which is the default value there. So, default is accessible to any class because it is derived one. So, default is accessible to the derived. Okay. So, it is not an error there. Now, let us come to the P. P is declared as a private there in class X. So, now if we want to access it in the derived class, so private is not accessible. So, this will give an error. Now, member X is not accessible. Okay. Now, system.out.println Q, here Q which is the protected, by virtue of protected, because it is an inherited class. So, Q is accessible. So, this is okay. So, protected is accessible, and R being a public. So, public is accessible. So, after commenting, so this program will run successfully. So, that means the access is fine. Now, let us come to the class A. Here the class A, if we want to print the different members which is there in class X, whether this is accessible or not. So, we import the my package.x in this class A, because it we want to access it. Now, public A, we can declare a constructor class A and create an object X of type X, and through X we can see here the default is accessible to, because it is in the same file, same folder, same directory. So, no issue. A dot x, x dot n is accessible. Now, come to the x dot p, it is not accessible via A, because P is private. So, it is an error. However, protected is also not accessible, because X is not an inherited class here. It is a X class is there, through X the protected class cannot be accessible. Public is accessible. So, public is there. So, this completes the working of the different classes in the my package 1. Now, similarly, go to the my package 2, it is little bit different, but in the different sense that my package 2 is has two different classes B, class B and class Z. Class Z is an inheritant of class X. So, my package 1 inherited like this one. So, if we can inherit this concept using my package 1, so import my package 1, extend this one. Now, so far this Z is concerned, here you can see as it is in the different file, because this my package 2 in a different directory you can say. So, the default access is not accessible. So, it will give an error. So, dot n is giving an error, and then the protected is also not accessible, private is not accessible. However, public is accessible. So, in under this only the R is accessible, others are not accessible. Now, let us go to the B class B object. Yeah, class B object is same. Here we can see default is not accessible, private is not accessible, protected is not accessible, only public is accessible. So, this will give the idea about the different access specification. So, far package is concerned. Now, once after creating this package, we can use this package. If they are successful in the package form, then they can be accessible. Here is the demo program here. So, in this demo, we are trying to access the different classes, those are there in different packages, and we can create the objects here. The objects are readily available, because the classes are successfully compiled and then and legitimately accessed here. So, this completes the access specification. So far the package is concerned. So, there is no different issue. So far the access specification is concerned, other than information hiding concept. If you have understood the information hiding concept clearly, then you will be able to understood about the concept, those are there in package. So, package is basically is a more advanced version of the information hiding, there is the information that is there. Okay. So, this is the complete discussion about the package. Obviously, package can be matured, the learning about this package concept can be matured once you are involved in the developing of large software, but this is the basic, the beginning of this package concept, and that is okay, fine. So, this okay. So, this is the program. I advise you to go for more further rigorous practice with the demo program that we have used here in this program. So, that you can completely you can get more confidence about this programming. Thank you very much.